Hi everybody, Ralph Sheheen here at the PRI show. And as you know, if you follow us here at Speed Sport, we are strong supporters of the RPM Act. This is a way that we save our race cars. Now, Jerrod Sessler is getting ready to run for Congress in the 4th District. That's up in Washington State. And Jerrod, you're a huge supporter of the RPM Act as well. Tell me why you're such a strong believer in it.
Well, these are my people, right? You know, I'm a former NASCAR driver up in the Northwest. My boys race. You know, this is our community, and the RPM Act is really a product of the administrative state. It didn't go through Congress, and so we need to take control of that before they ruin our industry.
What can you do if you do get elected to help pass the RPM Act and save our race cars?
Well, vote for it. I can rally other congressmen and other members of Congress, senators to come together to be able to vote for it. And, you know, the truth is the RPM Act is just the first of probably many threats that are going to come on this industry. And people need to realize that, you know, if we're not at the racetrack on the weekends, like I raised my boys going to the racetracks, what are we going to be doing? We're just going to be at home on our phones? You know, this is what we do. I wouldn't say this is what we live for, but it's pretty close, you know. This is what we do. This is our lifestyle. This is our livelihood. And the reality is the statistics just don't support the restrictions that the EPA is trying to put on us.
And as we know from the folks at PRI, the racing industry is a $20 billion or so industry. So if this doesn't get pushed through, that's going to take a huge bite out of our industry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tremendous. In fact, the numbers I'm seeing are closer to 50 billion. It's an incredible, the size of the industry is tremendous. And when you look at the people who are actually putting together these restrictions, they don't have any accountability to the fiscal side of the results of this. So you have a societal side in terms of what it's going to do to families, and then you have a fiscal side in terms of what it's going to do for small business. It's bad. We need the RPM Act, and we need support from this family, from our racing family, to come behind me and to come behind what PRI is doing, what SEMA's doing, to support congressmen and to support the activities that, you know, are taking place in DC to make sure that our livelihood and our lifestyle is protected.
What can the folks at home do, whether they're a racer, a fan, somebody in the industry who wants to support you, the RPM Act? How do they get the word out?
Well, you can go to jerrodsessler.com. That'd be very helpful and support my run for Congress. You can also go to saveourracecars.com and support PRI. You can become a member of PRI. It's a very reasonable membership program that allows them to, you know, make sure that our family sort of comes together. Just get involved. I think one of the things that bothers me is there's just way too many people that are walking by, they're kind of hearing that there's problems, but they're not yet clued in. And I'm just saying, and I know you agree with this, Ralph, we have to stand together. And trust me, we would not be, you know, spending our time talking about this, stopping in the middle of this amazing show to talk about this if this was not a real threat.
It is for real. Take the time just to check it out. Save Our Race Cars, PRI, SEMA.org. Learn about it. Click the button.